Is something we haven't seen for a while, but into champions like Ashe, it can be very effective. The fact that you have that passive to be able to tank up things like the Ashe arrow, the fact that you get all that bonus movement speed.
Pull it out. Mundo goes where he pleases, drops on the ground. That's denied. That means CC can now hit him as Broken Blade walks up the top wave. He's thinking, what can I do? But slice and dice in between, and the auto attack still connect. He dies for it as meanwhile on the bottom side, there's a trade for Adam. Yike flashes away. Summer takes another turret shot. It is
Shale had to abandon because of Mickey, so he's got an experienced lead and now wants to lean that into bot lane.
And now with the damage in bot lane as well, it makes it easy to get this engaged. Lebrov has his summoners available, but how are they going to pop it here? Good route from Yike. The cleanse comes out as Mickey jumps in for another dredge line. Part 2 is even better for Ice. I've heard those words before. G2, little holes in the game plan. I mean, look, at least with the kill that went earlier, still having a gold lead is something, but Summer, how long does he maintain that? He's got level 6, getting the push in bot now. Lebrov kind of angling up with his jungler nearby. BDS waiting for a counterplay in case there is one.
It's an interesting dynamic that, honestly, we've seen from G2 many times before, where their early game is still under question.
Yep.
Right.
Leads, but then it becomes a little bit more difficult to operate in that style because maybe Adam just gets too tanky to kill, but right now he's not. And Yike realizes that.
It comes back to your point. Let's try and escalate once again. Underneath turret, there's Dominus popped immediately. Root down because the passive is down, and Broken Blade gets the kill as he pops Adam right into the ground.
A very clean dive. And G2 finally finding some success in some of these early plays.
Yeah. It's
going to set up this Renekton beautifully and kind of further exacerbate the experience difference that was already there a little bit, but is now going to be a full level gap between the two.
Dagda asks, and they shall receive. G2.
Very nice farm from him, 122 CS, 11 minutes in. But here comes Yike, and here comes Shale.
Oh, Dredge Line does connect though, and TP is going to be coming down from Adam. The arrow to commit onto the jungler, but they haven't killed him yet. As he flashes away, BDS re-engage on the summonerless Summer. Man, he's been calling Han's mama after getting taken down as BDS commit all, and they want more gold to speed it up.
Really good play from BDS. They knew Adam had TP advantage, but now Adam needs to get out from underneath the tower. Should be able to do so. But it will leave Broken Blade with that alone time in the tower to take that one for himself.
We've just been seeing throughout this early game that Ezreal, Maokai, and Rakan just have a stronger 3v3.
Yep.
And then that was only further reinforced the moment that Adam joined the fray.
But still, G2 zone him off, and turret's going to go down.
It's very clear that their priority is just securing this turret, but also I think that G2 don't seem to like it when Summer is put behind. And so the moment that they see all this pressure being thrown towards him, they said, you know what, let's leverage our strength. Let's bring Broken Blade from the top side of the map, make sure that we unlock this bot tower. Sure, we'll sacrifice the grubs, but we'll set ourselves up for the next dragon as well. And the thing is, it's really hard for BDS to cross map because there's no tower available. We kind of look at the overall plates, you look at the overall gold. G2 find themselves with a 1k gold lead just off the fact that they've been able to find these plates.
Half expecting Mickey to throw a hook, aren't you? We know Mickey's Nautilus. You guys were talking before. There's one. Ice gets behind the wall, so here's a twisted advance. The engage is good at Mickey isolated, but for now, with the knock-up thanks to Davey, BDS can't really get more into the backline. And Han starts firing away onto Lebrov, who flashes further. He almost gets poked down to oblivion.
Contest, but I guess because they used so many ults in the exchange, with so much of their utility gone, they said, you know what?
Overfarms his mid laner and gets ahead individually, uses that in teamfights later. Here in this game, ahead of the
very similar compositions. In terms of their execution, there is degrees of difference. Now Mickey, one in danger.
Again, once more, deep into the breach as Shao just keeps him there, spaces him. Lebrov helps out, but here's Summer to the rescue. 80 carry, please save me, but I'm not sure he can. Mickey flashes away while Adam chases him down, and as he gets a kill, Broken Blade, yeah, he's bullying Nuke on the backside, but he can't finish off the play. He's now outranged as for G2. This has got a little bit sketchy. They've lost.
You know, win game is all that matters to him. Yep.
Herald's going to go down, though, at the very least.
With the front line as well.
Oh, as Lebrov is walking in the fog of war, and we might pause that thought. A pick out here on the Rakan, but the quickness gives him space. He turns it into an engage, and for Lebrov getting out with the depth charge on his head, he survives, and now G2 are in so much trouble as Adam starts running down and cleaving the ground. Yike flashes around, and now...
Broken Blade, as Hysterics was saying, so BDS bring on Adam, and now Lebrov off on the side, has no flash, we can look for a potential engage, but Baron is gone.
Yike with no redemption either makes it that much harder. Broken Blade just tries to get something mid as Herald charge is still going to come through, but G2 might even lose Mickey here after that said charge. Was it worth it, my son? We'll have to find out in the long run. Ice with another kill, and Herald will just drop here, but Baron over to BDS is a big game swing.
But now those map advantages that G2 had don't really mean much. It's ultimately just a lot of standing gold for BDS to go and grab with the Baron at their backs. G2 were over-ambitious.
BDS, especially with Baron spawning, but now again, G2 first at the objective.
And I mean, even the True Shot Barrage to start off this objective as Mickey goes in, but I don't know if he's going to get out this time. What do I mean this time? He's never getting out of these fights. Ice with a 4th kill opens up the show, and BDS in this series look like they're ready to go. Dragon might even be theirs too, as G2 have to back away because Adam's also pushing mid.
Adam is pushing mid, which means that G2 might spot that it could be a potential for 4v4 with that big tank out of the way, but now Adam just going to shove in, he'll back it up as Lebrov is going to escort him out, and Dragon will go
You put Ice under any threat in this game.
But the funny thing is, that's what G2 used to do to BDS. Like, you'd see it saying, hey, what are you going to do about it? You are the ones making mistakes.
And have come into that set mid game that G2 always thrived in and pummeled them. Does the damage to poke them down and threaten. Now, with that Baron, they weren't able to break into tier 2s and through mid, but that pause is now Kashay has to ult and flash away. So for G2, there's comeback potential with Broken Blade flashing in and a late TP from Nuke, but the jungler's already dead. Lebrov, his angle no longer exists because
multiple members, and now they get the mid lane tower. So a huge amount of this game so far has been a case of who is great.
The Baron itself.
G2 kind of getting out of that danger zone.
Ice damage is big, and Mickey, as he runs on in, is about to find out the cleaver of Adam and what it can do as well. Locked on down, Adam cares not. Lebrov gets him right into the engage. Again, the arrow will mean nothing as Show gets the ulti, but Lebrov this time will be taken down. Broken Blade thinks about the angle as Adam is just getting targeted as well, but it's still neck and neck. The health bar's better for BDS, but G2 have more members.
Technically win the fight from a health bar point of view, so they get the Dragon, but you do get that pick for G2.
In, and now they have the numbers advantage with Caps and Bot.
Rob.
Remember, Mickey's by himself with Han Sama walking in as well. This could be a trap. Lebrov with the quickness as well finds the engage on the perfect target. Just like that, the dirt is gone. A quick double for our level 18 superstar, and BDS with yet another Baron make G2 fall as well. He's at 350 CS at 31 minutes as well. He may as well be the extra caps on the
That he didn't. In any case, we find BDS down the bot side of the map, setting their sights on G2's base.
Well, it is a flank. This is the last hurrah for G2 because they've already lost Mickey, or should I say about to, as Adam runs in from the side. Broken Blade now spotted out by the deep waters. Lebrov zones out. The arrow hits backline into Ice, but he's unperturbed. He's fine, everyone. With the Baron as well, he's leading the minions in. This ant is marching hard. Ice is now running forward yet again. Hitting the Qs is child's play for this man who has made a very different BDS this year and is making a very easy BDS for game number 1.
This looks spectacular for BDS. The poke is real. The damage is sticking. G2 are collapsing.
But again, the quickness rolls on in, and the BDS fans may be surprised that they start so strong. We're hyping up the G2 head-to-head. We're hyping up G2 in yet another challenging spot. But BDS are the ones, the shiners, they're looking to end here.
They certainly are. BDS from start to finish have found advantage after advantage. And now they're looking to secure game 1 against G2.
With an easy comp, with back to front, that's my BDS we remember. And with such easy gameplay, they take down the behemoths of G2 in game 1 and give them an edge here in season finals.
I will say that, well, I mean, let's just look holistically about the big changes that we're seeing in the drafts, because in game 1, G2 wanted to try and match BDS in terms of having this kind of, I would say, front-to-back composition, but as well, it's actually giving BDS control of the bot side of the map.
Shattering strike for Mickey. He has to disengage, and you know, while you're talking about bot as well, don't forget, because of the passive of Ash, you kind of get more guaranteed setups for Ws as well. Harder to move.
G2 are just baiting them in, though. Yike is in the bottom side.
Nice shattering strike. There's a cleanse as well, but the remount gets Ice up as we get the knock up. It's still going to be first blood over to Ice. He flashes and he gets out. Those 2 minions won't be enough with their range autos as Lebrov is like, I will kill you, Hans, as Caps in mid lane's going to die as well. G2, it's a melting pot, and the ingredient is top tier BDS.
A BDS just catching them out. Ice doesn't fall to the Q from Yike. But G2, they were trying to set up a bait on that bottom side, burn a bunch of spells from BDS, but now Hans, he stepped up.
He Has indeed. There's a flash from Sheo. They're not going to commit. He's going back to his turret. Does this turn into a dive? Sheo over the wall could be it as Mickey's now here, but they pull it off anyway. Ice runs in, but it won't be a kill. Meanwhile, Ice ran into the brand. A bit of a whoopsie here from the 80 carry, but
He secures first blood, and now he finds himself with an early start.
and I think, again, we're talking about him because of how reliable he is. Once again, as Adam going to get pulled back in. Hang on, Broken Blade might have something here, but Ice has already moved on up. The 80 carry to slow down as Adam flashes away. The wave is in the way.
Oh!
BB flashes and gets nothing for it. A harpoon to the face, and I think Broken Blade
Extra, because it meant that Adam now ticks over towards level 6 very soon, so it's harder to punish, but Ice...
Is it a bait? I mean, the dunk's going to come through. There's good damage. One more auto would seal the deal, but Broken Blade has to get in range. Sheo's not going to let him. And look, LeBrov is here as well. Permafrost, knock up. Ice's autos. He's staying just out of range so he can do some damage. He baits him back in, but Ice will not give it over. A volley might even get the kill here as it's just out of range with Mickey now coming on in. The World Ender pulled on in as Ice eventually will he die? No! Guardian LeBrov, they're chasing down Mickey as well. G2! What has happened in the break? They are getting absolutely mapped.
Playing around him this game, because they've been leaving him as these like solo moments to get the experience that Shale wants to dive Hansama.
I mean, I want to know if Hans is dead, but Ice is just taking turret aggro. This is a bit of a whoopsie here as the Brand ulti spreads and Hans gets a bit of a kill. Sheo now in a bit of trouble as well as his flash is almost back up and available, but it won't be there in time. A double over to Hans is a bit of a comeback from G2. While the World Ender in the top lane, it's Adam dodging the sweet spot, but all of them is a question mark as he tries the kills. But Krubs are going to go over 3 to G2 here in this early game, and Dragon as well.
Yeah, the fact you got that early Dragon for G2 is working out wonders for them, because
Damage items from G2 are going to be crucial in that mid game, and they should have an advantage over BDS if they can find those fights.
Depends on ISO for now, making it rain as Shattering Strike sets up for the follow down, but Mickey's going to get turned on and just dies? No! The shield comes through and Ice has to cleanse to get out of range. Shield also burned by LeBrov as Hansama might not be out of the woods yet. We're getting a Gleaming Quill, a bait in. LeBrov is just dead! He was trying to bait for Shea.
Side doesn't have ultimate available just yet, but trying to get control over the wave states so then he can move over towards this Dragon Pit as Adam holds on to Broken Blade.
Wait, equalized there as well. Broken Blade has to ulti too, but it's a flash to commit. Electro Harpoon for the slow. He's about to overheat, but he wants that auto attack damage. Another Electro Harpoon would set him off, but Caps is now teleported in. That's not fair. The ulti comes through. He tries to burn him alive. It's great damage, but not enough. Teleport
Caps the top side, make a play, get plates from now as well. That's a huge
High priority pick, and Europe respected in the same way. Hans having a great play.
Angles there, blocked by Mickey though, but the equalizer is perfect. Mickey flashes away, but Nuke burns him down immediately.
Ward, he doesn't know this. He thinks that BDS aren't familiar with his game, but
my
they
God.
very much are. Ash Arrow.
Like playing Where's Wally, but you know where he is the whole time. You're just playing for your son. For the meantime, Broken Blade gets stunned up, and Ice tries to turn it around. There's a good quickness though, and Ice ends up getting the kill. That was a nice bait as first turret goes down.
I don't think they wanted to invest the quickness, but they kind of saw how much damage was going onto Ice, and they were like, maybe we don't risk this. So Broken Blade will be collapsed on once more. Yes, needed, but swing and a miss, and now G2 we get the last outer turn on the bot side as BDS try to cut off Caps, but there's just no way.
Ultimate, one of their key engages, they said that it's not worth trying to force the fight. They'll just take the flash away from Hansama. Second Dragons, and I think it's safe to say Caps is a bit of a problem right now.
And I think that it was that initial play on towards the top side, the one where they traded for Dragon, that really set up Caps for that big lead, and now he just gets to reap the benefits as G2 bully their way.
Hansama, no flash, remember.
That pick again, the arrow connects. The cleanse is available though, but used again as the quickness locks him down. They need to commit, and they full do. Shut down over to Nuke as they turn it over to Mickey. He went in deep.
Like what you're supposed to do. But meanwhile, mid is being pushed in. That bot jungle is completely denied of all vision.
Back to the wave, and BDS are coming late to the show.
But Caps just wants to keep the mid-wave turret down, and because he's got Runins, great, he's done it. Now G2 might actually look for the fight after. But they're going to do.
And look at where Mickey is as well. Hex flash the wrong way. Doesn't want to commit just yet. He's spotted out by a wall, but Baron's already started up. At 5k, it's going down fast. It burns as BDS put this game 2 on the line. Caps is ulti out as well. He starts firing as Mickey gets burnt down, though. The health bar's not great until they turn it with Hansama's ulti. Broken Blade is unleashed and flapping his wings at Sheo. Caps unleashes as he gets too low to continue on. Nuke is still a threat for an angle.
Well, my support has left me on my jungle, so now Mickey's going to die.
So maybe we need to talk about that in a later session. Mickey runs away. The arrow hits on Yike, by the way. It's down with the equalizer as they're throwing everything in the kitchen sink into G2. Hansama flashes away while Lebrov goes full commit. Quickness there, but minions in the way. Adam gets poked on the way out too, and BDS have used some tools here while Hansama starts healing up.
But Caps is still going in that top side, so BDS, they need to try and start up this objective, but it's a second dragon. For an inhibitor turret?
Oh,
I take that every day of the week as G2.
I'm scared because Broken Blade's on a flank as well with everything up and available. He won't be spotted out. He gets zoned out until the ward and Dragon going down while Caps, as you said, is getting the top lane turret. Dragon does indeed get denied by BDS 1v1.
I think he does.
Okay, well, we're about to find out because Caps is going to take it. You know that he's coming over the wall. Here's a lightning surge. Nuke gets out of the way, but Caps starts chasing, but out of range until he flashes the arrow.
Oh, no way!
The arrow from downtown! Vanilla Ice gets a shutdown over to Nuke, but Broken Blade takes one in response, but now he's in the middle of the whole of BDS. This guy, as an addition to the LEC, was insane by BDS, but now the Baron for the cost. G2 are quick with the fingers too.
And they have to finish it off, and they'll be able to take it. BDS weren't able to get a position, so it's 2 kills for 1. But how much can BDS get off the back of this? These backs are going to be stopped by Lebrov, so BDS can keep pushing.
I question whether BDS needed all 5 members on the bar side of the map, even if they just had 1 or 2.
Sure. As it goes
Close call.
Well, Lebrov!
He's still thinking about it. Quickness is there, remember. He has everything up and available, but Caps gets over the wall, not far enough! He doesn't get to play.
20 seconds on Caps. He has the TP available. This is a choke point for G2.
Oh,
a Rumble ultimate.
But wait, Lebrov can just fire back the equalizer. Beautiful, but Broken Blade fires first. I mean, the problem is he hasn't died just yet. The poke needs to come through and finish the job as G2 are getting low. Adam flashes forward. The Electro Harpoon not connecting as he goes golden. BDS haven't got the commitment just yet as Mickey stuns him in place, but it's messy. The arrow in the backfire as G2 collapsed. BDS came in today ready to pack their clothes, their shoes, their
They
boats.
could have just stalled, waited for Caps to respawn. There was 10 seconds left on that timer the moment that they started that fight, but it was over before he could really get him punished.
They could be the gatekeepers behind G2 top 3, but Mickey
Oh,
goes
it's a
in.
Magnastorm in, but it's on the engage tools who can take it up. The equalizer is a counter engage as the arrow flies through yet again. Mickey at half HP and Broken Blade's here to shine. Sheo flashes away, but Lebrov in the backline gets quickness and Caps gets out though. That E over the wall saves his life.
G2 still have Zeri's ultimate. They still have Hans' ultimate, crucially.
Waiting to see if G2 can fight back. We've criticized them, we've looked at their gameplay, but BDS are now in front of the Baron. Yike is looking for a steal, but they won't give it to him. Great poke that comes through from Nuke, and they turn back and they take the purple. BDS move up to the top side. They've got Baron enhanced recalls. Mickey wants to stop this by himself, but Mickey will get turned and burned and everything in between. Ice gets the kill. Now Caps runs up, but he knows.
Across the map because they're forcing G2 back. They overextend Broken Blade. Where are you going?
Oh my god, he sidesteps so, but he's still going to get pulled back. Equalizer still goes down, but Adam is down. Broken Blade gets some golden. Yike gets redemption down a little bit lower. It's a pick for G2, but it won't stop BDS from the top side.
It's chaos right now. BDS wanted to reset after the Baron, but after... And we calm down as we set up for the ensuing fight.
Because Baron is still running while this Dragon Soul is going to be up as well, but the engage starts with Mickey, but again, it's on the front line until Ice dies in the mix of it as well. BDS have found their way back as they look for Broken Blade here in the front to back, plays it out. Nuke is still alive, but the health bars are shattered, and with Ice down, that's a big tool that BDS have been relying on.
And now 30 seconds until you can get that Dragon up, but Lebrov can look for the reset, come back into the fight, but BB down, Mickey down, you have no engage. This is a very squishy comp for G2.
Boy, doesn't have a Warmogs, but he's still healing up. Yike flashes in though, and he lands everything! Yike gets turned on still though, Nuke doesn't die, the redemption helps out again. How does Nuke not die as Caps is burnt down and now Adam is looking for the Electro Harpoon. He doesn't land it, but Dragon's up in 10 seconds as Caps! A crucial mistake! The legend of the mid lane has blundered in front of BDS.
Should have gone so well for G2. BDS find the outplay.
Up in place, he doesn't have Merc Trades, he's dead. Ice is going to slow him down at the very least. He doesn't want to take the 1v1 or lose the GA, but Hans being delayed here is massive for the game. The W slow, Nuke's here, Hans dies.
Is going to connect from Yike, but it's not enough as BDS find themselves on the siege.
The gatekeepers want to become the kingmakers as they go for Caps.
QSS down again, Sheo just pops the ulti, gets the item, easy done deal. We shake on it and BDS open up the base. Mid is now in tatters as bot is going to be the same, and BDS could it be the 2-0 start? No one expected it. Everyone said they're underdogs, but G2 are getting pummeled.
They certainly are. BDS, they have the Souls, they have GAs. They're looking to secure their second inhibitor, and it is G2 that is crumbling.
Now, don't let me be disingenuous. A pummel is not the right word, but you know that BDS at this point now is starting to do it with all the tools that my gents here talked about. Ocean Soul keeps them nice and healthy as the bottom inhibitor's broken. Mid, the same. G2 are now playing on the defensive here as BDS aren't done with their siege. Arrow flies through. There's Equalizer as well. Broken Blade gets out though. Redemption shows it might be a bit too deep here. But Nuke is a 6-item Corki, so his zone control is insane as G2 know walking in, they can get nuked. And I mean that as both a pun and it's a lot of fun for BDS's mid laner. G2 walk up and try and clear the wave again.
No pressure on G2 on the map, so they can continue to put pressure onto BDS instead. Rob, hovering just off the wings, it goes wide.
Shadow doesn't connect, so BDS one tool down, but the cooldown at this point in the game won't be long. They try to buy more time as that bottom wave is slowly channeling in. G2 though get Equalizer, they get arrowed. Han Summer cleanses the wave, but Caps is destroyed. Lebrov full commit, he charms everyone, while Ice now just starts free firing. He cleanses the wave, but his volley finishes off Yike. BDS came in today ready to play, and G2 are caught off guard.
They were not strong enough to handle the weight of BDS. This team continues to find the fights. They will get the better, and they're going to go 2-0 up in the series.
They managed to catch out G2 over and over, punish those mistakes. Now G2 try to hold on to their turrets, but they're being forced back.
Unsummer so low, the full engage is there though. G2 finally gets something good as BDS are still left with 3 and with an Ocean Soul and GA. It doesn't matter. Nuke is going off again. There's a meltdown. There's a crash on the ground. And G2 are dumbfound. BDS moved to match point with a clean 2-0 start. When fate is in their hands for Worlds this year, they will not go quietly into that night.
A result that no one expected.
The other options for me, Seraphine is... It really feels like you get to the situation where you're like, okay, what makes our team come better? And you go through the list and you're like, all of these sucks. So might as well pivot into something a little bit more crazy or
rough time against Enchanter supports.
I wouldn't be surprised to see this pressure continue from Yike, though, as actually he's going to be engaged on.
They're converging. Lebrov flashes for this because he wants that concussive blows. He's going to find it onto Yike. He takes damage, though, in the meantime, but you can see mid lane is fighting out on the back while Yike tries to kite around Han Summer, flashes out as Lebrov becomes first blood. Ice goes on in and wants to go to melee range, but Caps is there first. Nuke doesn't want to fight anymore. Shayo doesn't want to fight anymore. And G2's early game off with a bang.
They had double pushing lanes. They have stronger lanes at the moment, but A should be able to get these Void Grubs for himself because he knows Shayo more than likely he's on this bottom side.
Caps just traded off. A constant push here from Caps as you'd expect. Good Phosphorus Bomb, but Satchel Charge is also doing work. There's a full commit though. The flash away is a fake to play. Caps back.
Cross map of objectives. Daisy doing a great job of tanking that up for Yike. Ultimately, at the very least, Shao able to get something back. A player that do want to give a huge shout out, continues to have a great series. I think one of the biggest strengths of BDS is him returning to the tanks. And I want to say that we have seen great carry performances from him throughout the summer split.
Yeah.
And I don't think that his performance on those champions is kind of set to fight them though. Blade of the Ruin King secured for mid lane. Iceborne Gauntlet as well.
Already started. The arrow kicks us off. It's into the Brom, but he blocks the damage. The counter engage from Shayo is there. Now for the Seraphine ult, we sing a song, but it's into Lebrov. Again, Caps wants to kill on him, so he jumps on in, but Lebrov, with his final breath, baits him through. Ice gets over the wall and starts battering away. Caps lucky to be alive, as well as we got blinking health bars, but Han Summer is now controlling the fight. He dodges the Mystic shot from Ice. He dodges the rest of the fight from BDS, and G2 dodge themselves what feels like a point of power as they win this fight, equalizing 7-0.
It's a 4-0 fight in favor of G2. It may even turn to 5 as Broken Blade has found Adam, the shield, the Braum,
the flash. Adam close to dying himself, but he presses W. Lebrov gets the kill. It's one finally for BDS. Brazil can be happy to be represented.
And with that spike also secured for Caps, it just went their way.
Shayo in trouble. Redemption's coming down, but Caps is in. He's feeling himself this game, and G2 finally signs of life in this series. Han Summer flies through as well, and Nuke gets slowed
There's
down.
nothing that BDS can do. G2 consistently showing up and finding those moments to pick them off. They thought it was going to be a trade before the Rift Herald on top side, but G2 just going to take Dragon.
And I mean, just based on how they're executing the draft, this game looks very favorable for G2.
But I think
Or BDS being like very clean and crisp on their execution.
Like this, maybe Undertow comes through. Yike is behind him though, so I don't know if Adam can really 1v2. He sees him and says, nope, I'm getting out of there. The rocket jump is there. Here comes a redemption on top of that. Caps back up to full TP as well. Sheo also brought in the Thunder. A double flash on G2, but they're still so good in this fight. You can see Broken Blade zones them off, sends them packing. Labrov over the wall, helps out for the time being. There's his ulti, is disengaged from Broken Blade, stops him in his tracks. Han Summer now ready to fly as well. Ice doesn't have much matter to contribute. And big question, isn't it? Because Grubs are doing a bit of work. G2 with only one, but it's enough, especially with Tristana. Solaf again struggling to have input there, and I mean, we got to see what could be the closest fight between him and Caps in this game going on. Inner turret going to be threatened. Caps will take this by himself with the Herald, and Han Summer now pushing through mid. It's a complete map domination. And this series...
like, this was so crucial to finding those plays in the last game where they were just getting picks and finding moments against Caps, catching Han Sama overextended. I think correctly identifying that, look, this Ash pick has been...
More away. Sheo just has to watch this go as top side. There's TP. Adam, he went deep for Broken Blade. He's got no turret to stand on, and so he has to turn onto Caps, onto Broken Blade. It doesn't matter. Adam is struggling to live this game, and this steal, this gets some objective bounty. But G2, they need to see Sheo, and Sheo is so far away.
It's double fork. This is so quick. Adam,
and
goodbye.
Adam, is he dead? The answer is yes. Redemption again. Let's heal up part 2. Electric Boogaloo.
HP dropping to about 4.5k. Sheo looking for a potential steal.
The only way to get back in the game, isn't it? As G2 just go over for the attempt anyway, and Nuke is going to get altered, and he's dead. Broken Blade takes care of business. Han Summer is keeping the Baron well entertained as Sheo gets exploded. G2 back in form in this series. This is still rounding out as clean as you'd like.
It's on BDS's base.
There's very little that BDS can really do. Bottom tower going to go down. Nuke going to take up his regular spot. Split push inside. Actually going to try and come across the mid because they see Caps, but I don't really think there is much that you can do here because you've got several members of BDS on top side, so they just lose the inhibitor.
Broken Blade under turret cares not. I mean, look at the shielding. He walks through, walks back in. He's like, hang on a minute. We're still fine. He paints turret for the whole transaction. Inhib drops with it too, and BDS just don't know what to do. As Betty has already said, it does feel like their options have been limited. We've gone from game 1 where BDS can chill and let their comp do the talking to game 3. It's like getting a fully well done steak when you ordered medium rare. You're not gonna eat it, you're just gonna go home.
I mean, it very likely looks like a game for Han Summer. Gets very low, but he's back up nice and healthy. The Kazate sets up the play. That's one member gone. 27 minutes in, G2's looking to bring us to game 4.
It's 12-1, it's 3 dragons to 0. It is a gold lead unsurmountable. It is G2 who've risen to the occasion, woken up to the series, and finally we get to see the power of these individual members. Cap spaces are back, and BDS in this game have been shut up. We got a series on our hands, boys. It just depends how far G2 can push it.
And it's G2.
Mundo could work very well here, but instead they want more damage on the top side of the map. It does mean that your primary engage is going to be the Alistair with the follow-up from the Maokai and the zone control that he provides.
It's just become less of a thing because you just become very predictable as a team then, and teams can figure out how to play against you. And oftentimes it had been a case of, oh, well, we're going for a...
and now it's become much more of a trading situation where you kind of just go for the objective that makes the most sense.
The standing match.
That was the cha-cha slide. Now, Kazante solo kills here because it's Kazante. Why? You may ask, as Equalizer's there. He ultis over it. Broken Blade in trouble, though. Over the Equalizer! It's a solo. In the meantime, Yike is zoning off. Labrov goes over the wall and now threatens Yike for the counter-engage. 3 grubs were G2's start of the game, but Sheo's going to wait here, queue down, and take 3 grubs for his...
They don't want to take the risk. They'll be happy conceding it. It's not the end of the world. Not a big deal. BDS say, fine, you have...
And bit of Fnatic. But Dragon's up. That's what's more important. 3rd Dragon here. TP coming in. Daggies. Set me up as arrow comes through. Never mind. Double TP. Smolder's mum finds the rift. There's an engaged depth charge as well. Equalizer comes out as Shayo's ulti is a little behind.
This.
Hunsummer regaining his position, or should I say Mickey is, as the Hexgate rift makes things fast. Broken Blade with a big pick. Shayo re-engages as Hans gets poked on out ice. The position is huge. He re-engages. LeBron gets the 3-man knockup. Wait, BDS have woken up a little bit as Broken Blade gets tagged down, but Nuke is free firing. He's got an ace machine, and Caps.
Zyra ultimate. But if those things are gone, then what real ways are G2 to have to start a fight?
I like that BDS is whispering. He's telling me that something's about to go down, but he doesn't want to wake the neighbors. Right now, G2 are going to start building up Rampage. They're onto the Dragon, and they don't care if they make noise. BDS walking in, the Dragon already gone. It's 2 apiece.
Screw it, we'll concede all control over the bot side of the map. I'll trade this for another tower. Level 16 is secured.
But they did draw BDS up.
Mickey flash forward. It's from flash for flash. Step charges there. Dredgeline arrow as well. The follow through, but where's the follow-up damage? The ulti all burn. Nuke is about to die, but he takes a while. A 1-for-1 trade is in the meantime. Ice has to get out of there. Broken Blade is charged in. Lebrov almost burning down.
On soul point. So much of the damage now gone for BDS.
Question marks on Mickey's Nautilus, and he comes up clutch there. Now Caps trying to put pressure on mid. Lebrov is back.
Sticking around for this. There's still good damage from the Ezreal. Caps flies away and gets a turret in the end as well. You can see that execute threat almost back up and available. I think we've got a timer on it as well. G2 run on in, and BDS are trying to flip this game, give themselves a match point to remember. Mickey jumps on in, the zone control huge from Shayo. They go for the Baron, they take it down while Lebrov sacrifices his life, and Mickey has to get zoned away. Almost dies to ice as 4 Barons up and available. Count it down as BDS run for their lives. The Smolder Mum gets some damage down as ice is in the front line, but
now BDS opening up on the bot side. They shoved in mid, rotate over to the bot side. I want to use that area.
Arrow. Lebrov caught out. Lebrov having to ult. Lebrov might now have to flash. The grasping roots predicts it, but he waits. He gets out from the wild growth as well, but the burn, the execute. Look,
there's a potential here where Lebrov just shouldn't have flashed. Should have just accepted his death.
Adam in. I mean, he's got a shield. He feels comfortable with how long. Equalizer down, but you have no support. Engage. Caught out. 2 picks against BDS, and now Broken Blade brings himself into 3. A triple knockback, a disengaging ult. G2, there's blood in the water, and BDS are caught napping. Now Lebrov's back on in, but you've lost your mid lane carry. Ice has to get out. Lebrov's dead.
They roll into G2, and 1 by 1, they're stomped into oblivion.
From BDS, as 4 members, they tried to contest the space that they weren't allowed to contest. It is a 4-2.
Have to do something to contest.
Look at Broken Blade, he just walks up with no fear.
The flash stretch line arrow goes into Lebrov. It's an okay start, you'd say, but G2 with the Hextech Soul are right on these frontline carries. Nature's Grasp rolls in though as Nuke gets hooked on in, poked down, and hit around. There in the back line, eyes go sky high as Lebrov goes down low, but BDS
Dot and BDS, those tiny mistakes have resulted in disaster. Broken Blade is truly
And you can say the pressure's getting to the mind. Just watch that fight of ice hitting 1 Q out of 7. Like, it really shows the game state. It shows you how BDS, again, another game 5, another BO5. A date with destiny, it feels like, as G2 carrying Mad Lions on their back to Worlds as well.
Shayo on the angle, throws out the ultimate. Looking to try and buy a bit of space. I don't really see how an engage can happen here, but Broken Blade will not be perturbed.
Oh, the arrow makes it so. Shayo is meant to be the tank here, but away he goes. Hansummer with another. BDS have to deflect, reflect, leave, and think about what's next in a game 5, because Broken Blade is unkillable, and this turret and Inhibitor are next to go.
The tower will quickly fall, and Inhibitor short to follow. The hook connects from Mickey.
There's a will, there's a way. That's what I've learned about G2 here today. They run in, they stop BDS in their tracks. Lebrov has to leave once again in front of the Nexus turrets. They've got a date with destiny once more.
There's nothing that BDS can do. They just have to watch as their base falls apart. G2 continue to fish for hooks. They continue to look for picks. Shayo alive in 8 seconds, but even if he's here, I don't know if he can stop this.
Nexus turrets are melting like butter with Broken Blade having a demolition. Now Mum to fly through. They have to flash away, but a bare Nexus with the Nature's Grasp. G2 deflect once more, but then go back on the counter-attack. Good flips away as the minions are coming in. Dredgeline catches two, and Caps is now cleaning up from a 2-0 start to BDS to now Silver Scrates. G2 are indeed inevitable.
Anna can't jump away. She doesn't get a rocket resets, and yeah.
Game 5, Casio. Now, just a bit of context for people before I let my amazing co-casters sum up what this draft does. This has been a flex in the past.
We'll be able to hold on to those summoner spells. Will be the push as level 2 hits. Mickey!
Mickey!
Engage and getting the lockdown from a bad start to now a great fall. First blood. And
Level 6 is starting to come through, which means that with these ultimates available...
These hooks, like, he just takes the trade, walks out. Meanwhile, grubs are being done. G2, not only do they get double scuttle early on, they got Dragon, and now they're getting 3 grubs. Uncontested, Asheo seems to be behind.
I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth, as Adam now in a bit of danger.
Yeah.
This early game jungle
pauses me and hits! Nuke locked! Caps flash! Nuke dead! That arrow!
3 grubs that have already been taken by G2, you're happy, because G2, they have Hansam pushing in a bot.
Rob, you're right. It tries to get predicted by Mickey as he waits out the cooldown. True Shot Barrage for the steal, but it's a smite down from Yike. 2 dragons for G2. Might be bad for him, but it's not enough.
Hello.
He's fully committing, but the blast cone's taken. He's ended up in Narnia. Depth charge, lock up, lock down. Caps here for the TP, and Sheo gives the...
Like, hold my beer, I've got this, as he goes on a magical journey he never wanted to go on. And that's another pick for G2.
3 kills to 0, and the pressure only continues to mount. A steal from Ice, but again, we mentioned it earlier, G2 only need 1 more, and they're going to be able to secure it. Is that they're able to control the bleeding as much as they can, and this is not good for controlling that bleeding.
It's not, he's got to get out, he needs help, but he's dead.
BDS, and this is exactly where G2 like to be. Caps, fed, side lane options for him.
It can be a split push menace, because we've come to learn that they don't use that Herald.
Caps got a bounty again, and while CS is even, there's so much gold, just keeps going over to this Tristana with 4 grubs. They just got Dragon as well.
Fnatic once by Mad Lions, and now potentially by G2, because this is not a train that is
his best Nautilus game of the series so
Arrow.
far. Arrow sidestepped.
But still, there's damage to be done. Caps gets a slow with Blade of the Ruined King. Nuke is trying to wiggle his way out. TP here for the flank for BDS, and Nature's Grasp is an opportunity. BDS ain't out of this one yet. True Shot Barrage with good damage, but there's no follow-up. In goes Broken Blade just to stop the prognosis. A medic word, if I've ever heard one, as LeBron flashes out of the way. Dredgeline there as well. Damage being done. Good brand ulti as well from Yike. Separates the feathers of BDS. That inner turret left standing, though, after everyone's bot.
BDS are throwing everything that they have at G2, but the vision is there to spot out LeBron in the flank. The damage is there to push BDS back, and now it's once more Hansama pushing in mid wave as they just look for the easy reset.
Notice how, even though no kills went down,
So, that's a permanent buff for G2 if they get it.
And my eyes are on Nuke. I feel like he's been the man that has really stepped up.
they find a moment of reprieve as they're able to deny the soul, get a bounty. Unfortunately, G2 set their sights on the mid-tier 2.
Yeah, Caps going to be able to take that, but it was Caps who was a little bit late to the party, hadn't TP'd back in, wanted to reset before he did now. Oh, Adam, wait a sec.
Running in, G2 with a massive turn. Adam caught out and flashes away. Maximum dosage launches. Caps jumps in as well. Ice in trouble, in danger. BDS lured in. It's a Nature's Grasp from Shea, but in the back line, they've already lost Ice. They're looking for Caps, but Lebrov can't do it. BDS, they're fading, they're falling. The reverse sweep is crawling, and I really do think BDS are indeed cursed.
BDS fans are bawling as they look at their screens. An ace for G2. And with that, it feels like once more G2 will find their way to Munich.
They're gonna take the inhibitor. The death timers were only 24 minutes in. BDS don't have a kill. BDS don't have a tower.
Aaron and BDS off on the edge here are only going to find out now. Sheo needs that said miracle dag to ask, but will we receive? Chains in, Sheo disengaged. Mickey sacrifices his life, but Baron goes down to...
Tested. I don't think that red buff belongs to you, BDS.
Mickey thinking about a Hex Flash over the wall. Ghost has popped Broken Blades there. Dredge line into Adam, and he ain't as tanky as he feels as Arrow will fly short, but the Brand ult will not. Petrifying Gazo from Nuke gives options, but flash away from Han. Sama keeps him alive. Nuke's Cassiopeia, while it looked great in the draft, hasn't been able to play the game.
He ends up falling, Lebrov ends up falling. The wall that was BDS's top side has crumbled, and now with the Baron buff, G2 set their sights on the second inhibitor and maybe even the game.
I mean, now the death timers are long enough. Inhibitor's going to start it off. I mean, BDS were given this window of hope, and G2 are quick to close it as the engage comes from Sheo. G2 battle down a Nexus turret to lock BDS out of Munich, of season finals, and out of Worlds. They're paving a road, and G2, nobody will get in their way as they lock in their place at Munich and once again define this region.